opposite, 6'1" senior from Huntington Beach, California, number 2, Kendra Kells. And outside hitter, 6' junior from Kailua, Oahu, number 3, McKenna Granado. At middle hitter, 6'1" freshman from Bellflower, California, number 8, Skylar Williams. At center, 5'11" sophomore from Torrance, California, floor captain, number 10, Noreen Yosia. At libero, 5'8" senior from Kalihi, Oahu, team captain, number 15, Savannah Kahakai. And outside hitter, 6'3" junior from Oceanside, California, number 17, Casey Castillo. And that middle hitter, 6'3" senior from Coquitlam, British Columbia, Canada, number 19, Emily Maglio. The Hawaii Staff Director of Operations, Evan Lee. Volunteer Assistant, Nick Castillo. Assistant Coaches, Angelica Youngquist and Kaleo Baxter. Head coach for your Rainbow Wahine, Robyn Ah Mow-Santos.
In Hawaii women's volleyball begins tonight as the former All-American setter Robyn Ah Mow-Santos takes over the reins of the state's beloved Rainbow Wahine program. The Lady Bows return 5 starters, 3 of whom were 2016 first-team All-Big West selections in sophomore setter Noreen Yosia and seniors Savannah Kahakai and Emily Maglio. Up next, the Golden Eagles of Marquette out of the Big East match up against 20th-ranked Hawaii. Let the journey begin. Welcome to the stand chair of center. The Hawaiian Tel FCU starting lineups will be scrolling on your screen. The torch has been passed, and now the teacher has become the spectator. Legendary head coach Dave Shoji here watching one of his former players, Robyn Ah Mow-Santos, taking the reins of this vaunted Rainbow Wahine volleyball program into the season opener. Night 1 of the Texaco Rainbow Wahine Invitational against the Marquette Golden Eagles, and Hawaii with a free opportunity. Noreen Yosia goes high and away to Casey Castillo, and she sends it long, and Marquette strikes first. Season opener for both sides. Hawaii ranked 20th in the preseason AVCA poll, but there is most certainly a buzz in the air here in this building tonight, Chris.
It really is, and this tournament is so good for nationally ranked teams, or 3 nationally ranked teams, and all 4 played in the NCAA tournament last year. So the quality of the field, the best we'll see all year.
Including the perennial rivalry, which will be reignited on Sunday against UCLA. Kendra Kelsch, 6'1" senior from Huntington Beach, California, back to serve for Hawaii. We are knotted at 1 here in set number 1. Set goes step out to Jenna Rosenthal. She's probably the primary weapon for the Golden Eagles. Great dig over the net by Kendra Kelsch. Middle set, Emily Maglio. And the first team All-Big West selection from a season ago, able to smack it down for Hawaii's second point.
Kind of only appropriate that the senior All-American would be the first one to get the first kill of this new year. Great set from Yosia as well.
Maglio hitting 400 for the season last year. Flick served by Kelsch. Here's Rosenthal on the slide again. Kelsch popping it up in the air. Castillo from the outside, off the fingertips of the block. Back row set, a little mistimed. Wirtz sends it over. Here's Kelch on the D set. The dink, diving save by Martha Kanavadoff, the libero for Marquette. Little pitter-patter back and forth. Now Castillo, dug up in the back row by Anna Hawk. Left side, this is Madeline Mosier, and we're playing on after the dig by Kelch. Back bump set to Castillo, goes off the block and out. How about the set there to help end things by McKenna Granado?
Great set. This rally, by the way, is typical of how Rainbow Wahine Volleyball is going to be this year. No big terminators like Mitchum and Taylor around to end the rallies. We're going to see long rallies, and Hawaii's going to need a lot of endurance, perseverance, and patience.
3 serving 1. High and away. The set goes to Mosier, dug up by Granado. Set not there, so free chance here for Marquette. Mosier a second time. Sends it wide to the far sideline, and it's another point for Hawaii. It is 4 serving 1. That was the primary focus throughout fall camp, throughout all of the practices leading up to this opening weekend. Ball control in the practice gym.
Exactly, and stay in long rallies. Be patient.
That one a deeper serve. Works with the pass. Mosier the dink. Right there is Kelch. You'll see a back row set to Granado. The top returning kill leader for Hawaii.
A little wrinkle in the offense we didn't see used much last year is that back row pipe set. Right away, we're seeing it being an integral part of this year's offense, obviously.
Kailua's own out of Punahou averaged 2.9 kills per set. That was second on the team behind Nikki Taylor last year. Oh, the dump shot works for Lauren Speckman, the 5'9" sophomore setter from San Jose.
Jump shot on that tight pass to the net. Marquette struggling with their passage a little bit. I get the feeling they might be just a little nervous. Only one senior on this traveling squad.
Mosier with the serve. Jump serve coming two-handed by Granado. Mags in the middle. We got a net violation on the other side. So it is a point for Hawaii. And it'll be 6 serving 2.
Net violation that time on Allie Barber. A little bit of cable on her forearm.
And there's a look at Ryan Tyson, his 4th season for the Golden Eagles. Led them to the NCAA tournament last year. They have now made it to the NCAA tourney 6 straight years. There's the slide. Rosenthal high off the block. Castillo able to gobble it up. Now Mags, the high dink. Chance for Marquette. Allie Barber, who was freshly inserted into the match, able to pound that one down for a Marquette kill. She is a good one, standing at 6'5".
She really is. Hawaii does not see that many 6'5" players hitting at them. Laura Bush is 6'5", but she's been out all during the preseason, so Hawaii is seeing some strange height over there.
Certainly not from the outside pin. Here's Granado off the block, chased down, not there for Hawaii. And a roof for the Golden Eagles. They're back to within a couple. Elizabeth Orff, 6'3" freshman, highly touted out of St. Louis, Missouri. Able to get a good piece of that block. Now Rosenthal to send it over. Here's Kelch on a scramble transition play for Hawaii. Marquette with the advantage. Back row, that one sent long. And so it's a point for Hawaii. That one off of the palm of Hope Wirtz, 6'1" freshman from Neenah, Wisconsin.
A lot of people are wondering, what's Robyn Ah Mow's bench behavior going to be like? Will she be the stand-up kind like Charlie Wade, or will she be the sit-down kind like Dave showed you? And she's doing a little bit of each, just in case people want to know.
Down the line, that one misses wide by Barber, so another point for Hawaii, and a newcomer into the match. Skylar Williams, 6'1" freshman from Bellflower, California, out of Mayfair High School, making her Rainbow Wahine debut. Robyn Ah Mow-Santos pointed out, hey, look, this will be interesting to see how she responds in front of the big crowd, under the big lights, in her very first match.
And the practices I went to, Skylar looked very sharp.
The free ball misses the court wide. And it is a point for the Golden Eagles. Now another substitution. We're going to have McKenna Ross, the sophomore from Aliso Viejo, California, coming in for Castillo. Trying to add a little bit of that aforementioned ball control. And they test her on the very first serve. Bump set by, you'll see it tight to the net. So another chance here for Marquette. Bump set goes to Barber, blocked. Diving save, Konavadov. Barber a second time. That one, she brought the heat on. And Marquette within a pair.
No wonder Allie Barber was co-Big East Freshman of the Year last year. She brings some major heat and size at 6'5". That time turned it inside, a little wrist away shot.
Fourth on the team last year, just under 2 kills per set. Granado comes flying in, and she misses wide. So it's a point for Marquette. Hawaii's reeling here in this recent stretch, and the Golden Eagles have been able to claw their way back to within a point. There's Granado. The dink. Right there is Barber. So the bump set sets up Wirch. Kelch couldn't control it with 2 hands. Cross-court bump set. And this is another scramble play for Hawaii. Free chance for Marquette. Here's Barber. The dink puts it down. And we're tied at 8 here in set number 1.
Hawaii not taking advantage of simple plays. Robyn Ah Mow-Santos very frustrated there. As Hawaii's not making some of the easy plays.
But bailed out after a 4-0 Marquette run by the out serve. So Noreen Yosia now retreats back behind the service line. All Big West first teamer last year. Led the team with 13 double-doubles and got some great experience in the offseason playing with the junior national team. Barber, the dink. Pancake save, Yosia. Barber a second time. Dug up by Kahakai back over the net. Do they go to Barber a third time? No, this time they go backside to Wirch. Played by Ross. Here's Kelch. Dug up back over the net. How about this sequence? Skylar Williams in the middle. Diving save, Konavadov. Ross handles that free ball. Bump set. Granado against the double block. Able to pound it through.
What a great set. Great bump set by Noreen Yosia from the back row. Here's the pancake by Yosia to keep that rally alive. Once again, Rainbow Wahine, lots of long rallies this year. Here's a big swing by Granado to end that rally.
Keno Granado, one of the true leaders on this year's squad, and this is something that was sort of granted organically. There wasn't the naming typically early in training camp of a group of captains for this team. Robyn Ah Mow-Santos letting it happen a little bit more naturally.
Exactly. Looks like we had a challenge here. I think it's on the pancake. There'll be a challenge as whether or not Yosia gets this ball, gets her hand under it. Looks like she clearly does.
Now, we utilized the review system last year. If you need a refresher, it is a situation where you have 3 challenges on each side, regardless of the result. You can challenge in-out calls, touch, no touch, foot fouls,
net violations.
And net violations. So this would be one of those touch, no touch type of calls. Did that ball hit the Terraflex before Noreen Yosia busted out the spatula? We wait to hear from Ernie Ho. He says it touched, and that is a reversal of the point.
Yosia is not making much of a fuss about it. Usually a player, if they got that ball, they will really argue it a little bit. This time she did not, so maybe it did hit the ground.
I had to waste one.
So instead of 10 serving 8 in favor of Hawaii, we're tied at 9. And a fruitful challenge that time by Ryan Deiss. So here's Barber with the serve. Yosia goes backside to Granado. Off the double block. Outside big swing there by Mosier. Good dig there by Ross. Now Kelch from the outside pin. Misses long. Was there a touch? No touch. And a point for Marquette. They lead by 1.
Great dig by McKenna Ross to keep that rally alive. Kelch had a nice one-on-one on the outside and just missed long.
Well, it needs a spark here. Kelch is dug up nicely by the 6'5 Barber. Mosier through the block and down. Marquette up by 2, and they have found a comfort level here in this opening set.
Yeah, they seem to have shaken the nerves off just a little bit. Remember, they're a very young team, mostly freshmen and sophomores, and they're getting the job done right now. They've kind of gotten used to this crowd.
A 7-1 Golden Eagle run. McKenna Granado able to plug it through the proposed block by Marquette and gets the side and the point for the Lady Bows. Much needed tourniquet applied there by McKenna Granado.
Exactly. She will be that person that I think that Yosea will rely on if she really needs to end a rally. She'll go to the heavy arm of McKenna Granado.
Granado will serve. Had 24 aces last year. That was third on the team. Outside Mosier. Off the touch, diving save by Yosea. Kelch, the former setter, goes across to Castillo, but she's dug up. Here's Mosier again. Through the double block right there is Kahakai. Granado, the dink! Finds the open floor.
Smart play by Granado. She really had two blockers up, lined up on her. Not a great chance, not a great run-up and approach. So she takes the smart move and knows exactly where the open spot is on the other side. Point for White.
So 11 serving 11. Opening set. New era in Rainbow Wahine Volleyball. And one of the new faces literally leaving her fingerprints on this opening set, Skylar Williams.
Skylar Williams, 6'1", freshman going up along with the 6'3", Casey Castillo. They formed a nice little block on that outside.
That was the word on a couple of these freshmen. A group of 4 true freshmen on this roster. As that was a rip put on that set by Hope Wirch. But the word on Skylar Williams, who got the start tonight, and Sophia Howling, another middle hitter, 6'2" Frosh out of Los Angeles, is that Hawaii fans will really get to like their athleticism and what they bring to the table.
And they've just got a great attitude in the gym, hard workers.
Williams off the block that time. Outside, it's Mosier through the block and down. So what are we seeing on the Hawaii side of the net, in your opinion, here so far?
I think they've had some opportunities to convert on easy plays. They haven't made those plays. They've made some hard plays, not always making the easy plays. There's an example of an easy play, just a serving thing. I think Casey Castillo can actually pass that high ball that's up on her chest with her hands rather than go the forearm platform.
Even Robyn Ah Mow-Santos saying, you know, I feel somewhat for Casey Castillo because she has played a host of different positions even through this training camp leading up to the opening weekend. Played outside, was moved to middle just a week ago, back to the outside here tonight for the opener. Another great save by Yosea, but 4-0 as Marquette has extended its lead to 3, hits 15 first. And we got a timeout on the floor. The 20th ranked Rainbow Wahine trailing at the break. Welcome back. Let's take a look at the Kaiser Permanente keys to the match. Chris.
Well, for Marquette Golden Eagles, the Eagles need wings of Barber to fly. That's Allie Barber. She's got 5 kills. She's hitting .571 so far. Hawaii Rainbow Wahine, nerves all around. By the way, Robyn Ah Mow's nervous. The players are nervous, especially the 6 outside hitters who are vying for those 3 spots.
Here's Mosier. Another dink. Yosea able to get it covered. Castillo adjusts the jump, dug up by Konavadov. Right side, that's Wirch. Right there is Yosea. Kelch sets up Castillo. Off the block, popped up in the air, but nobody had the back of Jenna Rosenthal. So give the kill to Castillo. That is her second on 7 attempts here in this opening stanza.
Notice that a lot of points by Marquette were scored when Emily Maglio was out of the game. Now Emily has entered into the front row. See if Hawaii can rob some points here.
Savannah Kahakai with the serve. Free ball coming here for the Bows. Yosea, back row set. Granado denied by the tape. There was some talk here leading up to this opening weekend about Emily Maglio possibly being a 6 rotation player. What are your thoughts there?
Well, I think it's going to happen at some point, especially if Hawaii's passing breaks down. They can't set enough. Pass the ball to the net where they set the middle attacker, and they got to make her outside attacker, or make her hit balls out of the back row.
Free chance here for Marquette. Mosier, big swing, sends it long. And Hawaii able to get the point. So after all that, Rainbow Wahine trailing by 2. And as much as ball control has been practiced and preached here in the practices leading up to this opening weekend. We are seeing the Rainbow Wahine struggle somewhat in that department. Wirch off the block and out. Maglio got a good piece of it, but tooled there by Hope Wirch, good-looking freshman. Had nearly 2,000 kills and over 1,500 digs in her 4 years at Neenah High School.
And when we talked to Ryan Deiss, he said she would be the X factor tonight. Other than the two bigs, Rosenthal and Barber, he said, watch for Wirch. If she's playing well, it's going to make a difference for our team.
Making a difference there on that serve is Madeline Mosier, 6-foot sophomore from Waterloo, Wisconsin. Just tickles that end line. And it's a point for Marquette. Timeout, Hawaii.
Sponsored by Rainbow Wahine Volleyball on Spectrum Sports is sponsored by Straub and Hawaii Honda Dealers.
Welcome back. Opening night for the Rainbow Wahine Volleyball team, 2017 in the new era under head coach Robyn Ah Mow-Santos, and that is now the third service ace of this opening set for the Marquette Golden Eagles. Second straight ace dealt by Madeline Mosier. Series record sponsored by Ascent Hotels and Resorts. This is the very first time that these two programs have squared off, but it is a 5-point advantage here for Marquette. And Hawaii struggling in service receive at different times throughout this opening stanza. Outside, here's Barber off the block. And that'll be a delayed roof for Hawaii, but really a self-inflicted wound that time on the Golden Eagles side.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't something that Hawaii really created. It was more, as you said, self-inflicted by Marquette. Marquette really serving the ball well, forcing Hawaii into some bad passes, getting Hawaii out of system. You can't get it to the big player. Emily Maglio right now, only 3 sets out of Hawaii's 26. She's only gotten 3. That's not a good number.
So here's McKenna Ross, played in 14 matches last year. One of those utility-style players that can move her all over the court. Outside Barber, big swing, gets it down. Right now, Barber has been the big gun for Marquette. 6 kills on 9 swings.
Barber hitting .444. Hits that right in front of McKenna Ross, but Barber at 6'5", brings some major thunder up front.
So here's Rosenthal, 6'6", third-year junior from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Hawaii finally able to execute a smooth transition game, and it winds up with a slide put down for Emily Maglio.
So Maglio goes in the back row. We'll see if she stays in the back row here. Has some back row attacking. It may or may not come to pass.
Was the only Wahine to play all 29 matches last year, serves it into the net. So the issues continue to compound throughout this first set. But right back at you, serve into the net for Lauren Speckman, and Hawaii gets the point. Rainbow Wahine coming off of a 2016 where they went 23-6, finished 15-1, claimed the Big West Conference title for the 2nd straight year. Finished the season ranked 17th in the country, won 11 of the final 12 matches before losing in the 2nd round of the NCAA tournament to Minnesota in Minneapolis. How about that put down by Hope Wirch from the middle portion of the net that time.
Wirch, what a swing, a little wrist away shot with major heat. Avoids both blockers. Good vision by Wirch to see the blockers had taken her cutback shot, so she just went the other way. Smart play.
Now Barber to serve. Ross and Kahakai colliding on that pass. Kelsch's block, Kahakai able to pop it up. Kelsch will get another swing at it. Those high hands. Right there is Speckman. So Kanavada sets up. Mosier dug up by Yosia. Kelsch again, not getting a lot on those hits, but she found that puka down the left sideline.
You know, those broken plays, I think Kelsch is making the wise choice. She's not going to take a major swing unless the ball is set just perfectly. If it's off at all, she's going to just keep the ball in play and try to move it around the court. That back right position, area 1, is a good spot to put it. Very often the center is coming from there. So if you make the center touch the first ball, you're now taking the best player out of the play.
Skylar Williams back into the match. Renato with the serve. Left side. Mosier with the left-handed punch swing got blocked. Second time, more true that time. But this was the case of Skylar Williams denying access. And a timeout signaled by Ryan Deiss, head coach for the Golden Eagles. So Hawaii saying, not just yet. We may have another burst or two remaining before this first set is done.
You know, Canelo, as you look into the eyes of these young Hawaii players in this first night, you can tell that there's some nerves going on. Sure. You can tell that, you know, they haven't played together as a unit for that long. Robyn Ah Mow-Santos has had a chance to move a lot of people around playing different positions. You know, clearly, Kalei Greeley was in the mix. And all of a sudden she's not. Really, her shoulder might still be bothering her, I guess. But so when she gets pulled out, it causes all sort of a domino effect on who's going to play what position next.
Let's take a look at tonight's jack bet. Hawaii starts the 2017 season ranked 20th in the AVCA coaches poll. How about this? It is the 500th week the Rainbow Wahine have appeared in the top 25. And in fact, Hawaii has been ranked in every preseason poll since 1982.
That's more weeks than you've been alive, I think.
I believe the number of weeks that Hawaii has not been in the top 25 is like 11.
That's right.
As you take a look at the guy who was running the show through most of that, Dave showed you. Let's check in with Ryan Kalei-Suji.
Thanks, Kono. Well, on the Marquette sideline, the coaching staff really talking to their players about respecting the tip. They're recognizing that Hawaii's tipping a lot of balls. They want to make sure that their team is making the adjustment. On the Hawaii sideline, well, McKenna Ross is now staying in the front row for Casey Castillo. Hawaii looking for more offensive power on that left side. Back up to you.
Thanks a lot, Ryan. 19 serving 22 here in set number 1. Opening night of the Texaco Rainbow Wahine Invitational, Hawaii and Marquette. Outside, Mosier came swooping in, but the door was shut thanks to Kendra Kelch and Skylar Williams, a senior and a freshman joining forces.
Kendra Kelch very used to playing this right side position, as she did many times last year. In the 20s, she'd often come in and be a right side blocker and a 6'2" setter.
It'll be interesting to see the story arc of Kendra Kelch in this her senior year. One of 6 seniors on this squad. Hawaii trailing by 2. Here's Mosier, the dink covered by Yosia. Bump set Kelch, Ross from off the net, off the fingertips of the block. Bump set, here's Mosier. Kelch got a piece again. Kelch will get the swing against the double block and puts it down.
You see if Kelch gets just the right set, she'll unload. That time she got just the right set.
How about the impact Kendra Kelch is making in this rotation?
At that time, that was one of her best swings I think I've seen her hit in 4 years.
Tough serve that time by Granado. Works, blocked! And we're tied at 22.
And Marquette has got to wonder where did that lead go. They're going to call timeout again.
Skylar Williams, skying high for the roof. The freshman may have had some butterflies to get this thing started, but it looks like she's starting to find her comfort zone.
Yeah, she really is. Some happy campers right there in that huddle, that's for sure.
And Hawaii able to roll its way back into this opening set.
Much different situation this time around, this rotation. This time when Emily Maglio is out of the game, this particular rotation now, these 3 rotations are starting to score points. Last time Maglio was out in the back row, that's when Marquette made their big run.
Hawaii hitting 152 so far in this first set. Marquette starting to go the other way. They're at 0-9-8. Let's go inside the numbers presented by Heineken. 1,407. That's the University of Hawaii women's volleyball matches coached by Dave Shoji. He won 1,202 of them. Now Robyn Ah Mow-Santos, #1 of her career as head coach. There is Dave showing support for the program.
You know, in the back of his mind, you know what you think about? He's thinking about the Dodgers, his Dodgers, don't you think?
His Dodgers and what time he's going to get out onto the course at Oahu Country Club tomorrow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he's pulling for Robyn too.
So is the life of a retired head coach, right? Look at the crowd that came out to support things here on opening night. Robyn Ah Mow-Santos, the third head coach in program history officially. The first female head coach in the history of this program, and that carries much significance with it as well here in this game of women's college volleyball. We're tied at 22, and that one caught a piece of Kanavadov, and that is an ace for McKenna Granado, and Hawaii has vaulted in front.
You know, out of a timeout, you don't want to serve out. This ball just took off on her. She got lucky that Rivera got in the way. This one's got to stay in for Hawaii to maintain momentum. Much better serve that time.
6-0 run for Hawaii. Middle set, that's Orff. Caught that end line. And Marquette able to tie it back up, and that ends that 6-point run. Elizabeth Orff, a 6'3" freshman, goes back to the bench. But this crowd turning up the noise here at the Stan Sheriff Center. 7th tie of this first set. Oh, and a shank by Savannah Kahakai on the serve. And it's an ace for Marquette. That is the 4th service ace of this opening frame for the Golden Eagles. Hawaii will use another timeout.
Well, Marquette scoring points from behind the service line with aces like that. Hawaii's scoring most of their points at the net, blocking. They lead 5-1 over Marquette.
You don't see that happen to Savannah Kahakai too often, certainly, the senior libero for Hawaii. Well, on Monday, don't miss the premieres of But Seriously and Inside Access. That's right, the band is back together again. A lot of talk about for sure, and it's all on Spectrum Sports on Monday. We got the opening weekend of Rainbow Wahine Volleyball, the UH football team opening its season in Amherst, Massachusetts tomorrow, year 2 in the Nick Rolovich era there, taking on UMass.
What's the difference between Inside Access and But Seriously?
But Seriously comes first.
Okay.
That's it. And, if I may say so, But Seriously, a far better show.
What show are you on?
But Seriously.
There you go.
What a coincidence. Rainbow Wahine Volleyball back on here at the SSC. Robyn Ah Mow-Santos, who played for Dave Shoji from 1993 to 96, and there is her husband, Noble. They have 3 children, Jordan, Dream, and McCunna, who is 10 months old. Jordan and Noble living in Las Vegas. The family had just moved up to Vegas mere months before the opportunity to submit her name for the head coaching position in the wake of Dave Shoji's announced retirement. And so Noble and Jordan are still up there in Nevada. Meanwhile, Robyn moved down here with Dream and McCunna. And so she has a fully loaded plate on top of her taking over this esteemed program. But Hawaii on set point, trying to even things up. Here's Kelch, block, kept alive by Kahakai. You'll see a backside to Kelch again, the dink!
Even though Marquette's coach, Brian Tyson, been talking to his players about watch the tip. They're really tipping a lot. Make sure you get the tip. Hawaii, of all things, gets the tip on the 24th point.
Kendra Kelch has been turning it on here in the latter stages of this opening set. We're tied at 24, so we're going to play some extras. Here's Rosenthal, the dink. Kahakai sniffs it out. Backside to Kelch, she dinks it. It's been a dink fest. And a double hit is called against Marquette. So it's a point for Robyn Ah Mow-Santos. Ryan Tice doesn't like the call. That is not a reviewable call.
Exactly.
That should be stated. And so now it is set point Hawaii. Go figure. Kahakai serving for the set. It's an ace.
How about Hawaii coming back from a 5-point deficit to win this first set? Amazing.
Even Dave has to smile as the Rainbow Wahine pull off an unlikely come-from-behind win in set number 1. We're playing volleyball once again here in 2017.
Bank of Hawaii, Kaiser Permanente, and Island Air.
Welcome back to the Stan Sheriff Center. Ali Barber provided the offense for Marquette in that opening set. 6 kills on 9 swings, hitting .444.
Those are good numbers, and she also had 3 digs to boot, but she does it from all angles. She goes over the block, through the block, inside the block, and here's Kendrick Kelch. Kelch did a nice job. 4 kills, hitting .250. Mostly on the right side, and a lot of tipping going on. And she manages to get away with a nice little looping shot down there to area 1. Kendrick Kelch providing a good, solid all-around game. You know, Ryan Suji said in the pregame, hey, watch the hitting percentages tonight. 116 for Marquette, 189 for Hawaii. Not stellar performances offensively for either team.
But defensively for Hawaii, that block awakened in the latter stages of that opening set. They came from behind, trailing at one point by 5, able to win that first set 26-24, but 5 total team blocks, 4 block assists for the freshman Skylar Williams, putting in work in the middle portion of the net.
Skylar really provided a lift there for Hawaii. Hawaii was struggling offensively. Like I said, only hitting 189. So if you're not hitting well, you might as well block well and get points. And certainly, she was doing that with the help there of Casey Castillo as well.
Skylar Williams, team captain for 3 years in volleyball at Mayfair High School in Lakewood, California. Mayfair, the Suburban League champs in 2016.
Looks like McKenna Ross is going to catch a starting nod here in the second set for Castillo. Otherwise, all the stars the same for Hawaii.
And one of the international players on the floor for Marquette, Manon Geoffroy from Metz, France. The defensive specialist out there. Middle set, this is Rosenthal. You'll see it, able to pop it up in the air. Back bump set by Kaha Kai, and McKenna Ross is turned back. Rosenthal getting the gist of that one.
She's facing a big block, and number 9 in blue, 6'6" Rosenthal just buries it straight down.
We talked about a couple of the players who weren't available for Hawaii because of injury, as Kaha Kai again gets handcuffed on the serve, and yet another service ace here for Marquette, that time by Marta Kanavadov. But Kalei Greeley, who was expected to return, was cleared initially for that shoulder injury that has caused her so much problems over the last couple of seasons. But unfortunately, suffered a bit of a injury to that shoulder in one of their recent scrimmages, as Hope Works puts it down, and it's a 3-0 lead here early in set 2 for Marquette. But also Natasha Burns, who has been struggling with a knee injury, hasn't played much volleyball at all in the offseason. 6'5" sophomore, would otherwise be available, but she is not out there tonight either. And that's another point for Marquette as Ross misses the floor, and Hawaii off to an inauspicious start here in set number 2.
The thing that's making a difference is Kanavadov is just a great server. She's caused Hawaii's receivers all sorts of problems all night long. Look at that serve. It's just a driving bullet.
Maglio able to finally get Hawaii on the board here in the second set. UH Athletics reaches out to you online each week with updates and promotions through its H-Mail e-newsletter. To register, visit hawaiiathletics.com and click on the H-Mail button. It's simple and it's free. Here's Claire Marie Anderson, senior out of Punahou. What a summer she had. Spent 2 months in Norway studying as a peace scholar at the Nobel Institute. Not too shabby. I remember that summer. The block is up. Mags right next to Yosia, returning the sender.
Claire Marie Anderson, young lady who's raised on Molokai, and just is so steady from behind the service line, rarely misses, serves tough floaters every time.
Quick middle, that's Rosenthal. May have gotten away with a bit of a carry. Ross two-hands it over. Outside, the dink by Mosier, diving save by Claire Marie. Ross off the tape and just misses the sideline wide. Oh, so close. But Marquette dodging a BB. They get the point. It's 5-2.
Ross sees the block there, makes a good choice, but the cable gets in the way.
Serve by Wirch. Slide goes to Mags, double block up. And they gobble up that swing by Mags.
You can see that coming. Anna Hawk got most of that one, I believe. Young lady from Sweden.
Transfer from Miami. But yeah, another part of that international contingent here in this Marquette squad. Outside, here's Ross. Caught it fat, sends it long. Point Golden Eagles. Right now, they are running away with this early portion of set number 2. So much so, Robyn Ah Mow-Santos is forced to signal for a timeout. We'll take a break as well. Welcome back. Let's check out the first Hawaiian Bank top 3 Hawaii career assists, and number 3 on that list, Robyn Ah Mow. Now, Robyn Ah Mow-Santos played from 93 to 96. 4,313 assists, a 2-time first-team All-American, also a 3-time Olympian, won silver in Beijing in 2008, played professionally in Italy, Portugal, and Switzerland. Just one of the very best to have ever played in this program's history. Maglio able to get it down for Hawaii. Prior to that timeout, Hawaii had committed 5 hitting errors as a team.
Yeah, you look at the numbers. Marquette up 7-2 after that, before that timeout. They were hitting 0-0-0. How do you lead 7-2? Well, the other team's going to make a lot of errors. If Hawaii did, hitting negative 444, making 5 hitting errors.
Rosenthal on the step out, sends it long. Was there a touch? No touch. And Hawaii trims the deficit down to 3. See Ryan Deiss, 5th head coach in Marquette history. Prior to Marquette, spent 6 seasons at Ohio University. It made 4 NCAA appearances there, 2-time MAC Coach of the Year. There's McKenna Ross. Outside, Mosier will get the swing off the block. Played right along that sideline there by Jaffois. And then Rosenthal goes off of Mags and out for a Marquette point. You know, getting back to Golden Eagles head coach Ryan Deiss, we mentioned prior to his arrival in Marquette, spent 6 seasons at Ohio. His very first match as a head coach at Ohio, his first job as a head coach at the college level, was in this building in 2008. Went up against UCLA, then coached by Andy Banikowski. Had to play Hawaii, head coached by Dave Shoji in that same opening weekend. So
he had Russ Rose right after that.
Yeah.
All 3 guys with more than 1,000 wins. And he had 0 wins. He felt like the new kid in the block, to say the least.
Well, at least tonight, for tonight, it is actually the Hawaii head coach who's the new kid on the block, so to speak. Rika Okino, speaking of new kids on the block. 5'5" redshirt freshman out of Kalani High School, serves it into the net. Well, you expect a certain level of stumbling blocks along the way for a team that lost so much in the way of firepower from a year ago and is trying to, frankly, adjust to a different gym culture, different style of play under a new head coach, as Granado gets roofed. Elizabeth Orff getting most of that one.
What a great back bump set by Marini Osea. Blind back bump set, right on the money. Granado just ran up against the better block.
But we are seeing that, right? We're seeing some of what we anticipate to be the occasional set of growing pains here for this young squad.
Absolutely, and I think short leash is going to be the sort of the mantra for the year. Robyn Ah Mow-Santos got lots of buttons to push, and if somebody's not hot and not playing well, she's unafraid to put new people in.
Here's Granado. Didn't get all of that, but got enough of it. And Hawaii gets the point. Granado now with 4 kills on 10 swings. She's flatlining it at the moment. Hitting triple zeros. Anderson to the bench, and Osea to serve. He was second on the team last year with 31 service aces. Can certainly be a devastating force behind the service line. Barber off the block, played by Granado. Backside set to Kelch. Oh, good up there by Ross. Now Granado, big swing. Somehow returned. Granado again, the dink. Oh, sniffed out by Barber. And Hope Wirch able to get it past Skylar Williams to end what was a lengthy back and forth.
Talk about lengthy back and forth. We've seen a lot of those tonight, and I think we're going to see that all year long. The fans are going to get their money's worth as far as time goes. Game number 1 took 36 minutes. The average game is more like 22 to 24.
Williams is dug up. You'll see a first touch. So Kahakai takes on the setting responsibilities. Granado can't put it down. Middle set. That's Orff blocked by Williams back over the net. Granado, big swing again. Eclipsed by that Marquette block.
Is this the, are you referring to the solar eclipse this week?
Well, the timing is right. Barber
I think so.
on the outside position next to Orff. As the serve goes long, it was the largest lead of this second set for Marquette at 6. But with that out serve now down to 5, Kenny Granado will serve.
In case people missed the first set, Hawaii came back from a 5-point deficit in the first set, so this is maybe like deja vu all over again.
Slide goes to Rosenthal, blocked by Williams. Williams getting all kinds of touches on some of these Marquette attacks. That time, though, Hope Wirch, the freshman, strikes again for kill number 7. She leads all hitters here in this match.
She's just unafraid to swing. She was hitting 0-0-0 for most of the first set. She's just come alive. She just keeps banging away, unafraid of the block.
Under Armour All-American in high school, Williams somehow making that one work. The set was a little low. But I think you see some of the explosiveness of Williams. She was able to turn on that one and just squeak it by that block.
I love how Yasir went down to her knees to get that ball so she could get a good hand touch on it rather than bump setting the ball to the outside.
2 kills on 4 swings for Williams. And a roof by Emily Maglio. Well, by her standards, Mags has had a somewhat quiet evening so far, but that is one of her calling cards, being a presence at that tape.
Out of 46 sets so far, Maglio's only gotten 7. That number really needs to move up.
Dug up over the net by Kahakai. Outside, the left-handed touch by Hawk. Marquette still with it. Orff in the middle. Good defense again exemplified by the Bows. Ross, what a diving save by Kanavadov, but Marquette could not return it. And so give the kill to McKenna Ross, give the point to Hawaii, and they're back within 3.
McKenna Ross did a nice job that time of waiting before she made her approach. Ball was set a little bit off the net, and then she just hit it into the deep court, the back 1/3. Was successful as the Diggers were not quite ready for that shot.
So here's Savannah Kahakai. Outside, Hawk with a blasty blast. And the Golden Eagles up 4.
For her second kill. I watched her in warm-up. I was impressed in warm-up. She has good hops, good swing. I'm surprised that she doesn't have more kills up to this point.
Put up pretty gaudy numbers in her 2 seasons at Miami prior to her arrival at Marquette. Maglio sends it wide. Was there a touch? No touch. Point for the Golden Eagles.
A little bit of an avoidance swing right there. Maglio going eyeball to eyeball with Rosenthal. She just kind of turned it a little bit too much.
So no media timeout at 15 because of the earlier timeout signaled by Robyn Ah Mow-Santos. Mags got a piece of that one, got a piece of the second one as well. And it falls on the Marquette side of the twine. When Marie Anderson back into the match.
How alert Maglio was on that second one. A lot of blockers will just stop and think the play is over. Not Maglio. Alert play.
8th team block for Hawaii. Backside set goes to Wirch. The roll shot punched back over by Maglio.
Once again, an alert play. Can't tell you how much her playing on the beach in the last few years has really helped her all-around game. That's a typical classic overset. It's coming over, and Maglio says, "Okay, you're gonna overset the ball. Watch me get it back at you."
The flat-footed punch, block / kill, whatever you want to call it. Going to be a point for Marquette. 16 serving 12. Anderson, the first touch. Here's the slide to Maglio. That's the offense that Robyn Ah Mow-Santos envisions here on a more consistent basis going forward. That was a smooth transition.
It was a nice pass from Claire Anderson. Great set from Yosia. And then the finish by Mags. More sets to her, the better chance Hawaii has of winning.
Here's McKenna Ross with the jump serve, middle set. That's Rosenthal. He gets it down. Marquette maintaining this range of space here ahead of Hawaii in set number 2.
Good pass that time by Hope Works to allow their team to run an in-system play on offense and get the ball to Rosenthal, their tallest player at 6'6".
Abby Julian, 5'7", redshirt sophomore, defensive specialist / setter on the serve for Marquette. You'll see a bump set to Granado blocked by Rosenthal. For Rosenthal, that's block number 3. That's another point for the Golden Eagles. Well, if Hawaii's going to win the second set, they're going to have to basically do a reprint of what transpired in the first set. Granado misses wide. Point Marquette, and this matches their largest lead of the second set. Timeout taken by Hawaii. Rainbow Wahine reeling here in set 2. Chris McLaughlin obviously working the teleprompter there. Out of the timeout, 19 serving 13. In favor of Marquette here in set 2. Hawaii come from behind victory in the opening stanza. They took it 26-24, trying to scramble their way back into this one. Back set goes to Wirch. A back row attacker though, her foot was on that 3-meter line. So easy call there for the high official, Denise Hansen. She's atop the ladder. Ernie Ho is down on the court. Sam Montalvo and Wes Kawachi, the 2 line judges. And Rika Okino, coming off of her redshirt season last year, was a valedictorian and 4-year varsity letter winner at Kalani. In the serve. That
good serve,
running serve style. Barber will roll shot it over. Okino with the dig. You'll see it high and away to Granado. Caught it fat. And no touch.
Granado now 4 kills, 8 errors, hitting negative almost 250. She's got to be the rock on the outside, the person who is a go-to player, especially on broken plays.
Here's Rosenthal, sends that one long. Hawaii able to get the side and point back via the free gift. And yeah, you know, that's the thing about McKenna Granado is there's been so much talk this year about the absence of a Nikki Taylor or Annie Mitchell, and how she will have to shoulder much of that load, and you wonder if maybe she starts to try a little too hard here on a night like this, the debut of her head coach.
I would completely agree with you on that.
Williams denying access. Skylar Williams. Quite the introduction to this Hawaii fan base tonight.
What's that? I think that's the 5th block she's been in on. You know, she holds her hands really high, not a whole lot of arm thrust. She just holds them high and keeps them there. Good hand movement.
And that's an ace. Noreen Yosia points down at the Terraflex to signal that she put that one in the pocket.
Is this like a rerun from last set when Hawaii was down 5 in the late teens, early 20s and came back?
Ryan Tice on the side of Marquette is hoping not, that's for sure. Here's Yosia, that one tickles the tape. Popped up in the air by Hawk. Outside set, Barber, the dink, right there is Yosia. Kelsch, the dump shot! Oh, what a play by the former setter, Kendra Kelsch, and a timeout taken by the Golden Eagles.
Eagles hearing footsteps.
Again. Kendra Kelsch, who has had to evolve out of necessity the last couple of seasons, starting at opposite tonight, getting some swings on the outside pin. But remember, her baseline is as a setter, and you saw it right there.
Exactly. I'm sure Marquette knew that, but you know that came out of nowhere. It wasn't done at all in the first set. It hasn't been done up until this point in the second set. So you can't fault the blockers for falling asleep a little bit at the wheel. Now I bet you if the ball's passed up to that, Kelch has to set it. They'll jump with her.
Let's send it over to Ryan Kalei-Suji. Ryan.
Thanks, Bernal. Well, a lot has been said about the relationship between Angelica Lundqvist and Robyn Ah Mow-Santos, and these two who played together for 4 years here at the University of Hawaii, continuing that relationship on the sideline. It's an interesting dynamic to watch. Right after that last play, after Kendra Kelch made that dump shot, Angelica Lundqvist jumped up and gave Robyn Ah Mow a high five on the sidelines. They are definitely having fun. On the coaching side, both of the coaches talking specifically to McKenna Granado about just playing volleyball. McKenna Granado constantly looking over to the sideline, asking if she's too early, asking about her arm swing. The coaches are telling her flat out, just play, get up there and swing. Back over to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Ryan. Your thoughts on the dynamic on this coaching staff with Robyn Ah Mow-Santos, her former teammate Angelica Lundqvist. You have Kaleo Baxter now elevated to a full-time assistant after being the director of ops last year, and another former teammate of Robyn Ah Mow-Santos, Evan Lee, this year's director of ops.
Hey, throw in Nick Castillo as well, former UH Rainbow
He's
Warrior.
the volunteer assistant.
He's the volunteer assistant. They've got I love that group. They've got a nice little team, and they're going to be all right. This team's going to be okay. There you see Nick.
Angelica Lundqvist, Hawaii's first four-time All-American, and remember, she was a National Player of the Year. Outside, Barber, big swing, but Williams the block. What a save by Konavadov to keep the sequence alive. Roll shot, though not there for Hope Wirtz, one of her rare mistakes tonight.
I'll tell you, you'll see it just served up a bullet down the line. And Wirtz did a great job of passing it up for a possible play, but Marquette could not convert.
A 5-0 Rainbow run. The crowd making noise. Roll serve just got over the net. Barber, big swing off the block right there as you'll see her. Tight to the net, and Kelch wins the joust.
And you saw that ball was passed up close to the net. Yosia wanted to give Kelch a chance to dump the ball over. It was an overpass, so Kelch does the next best thing, win the joust. Go figure. 20 all.
Sometimes it just pays to be a volleyball player, and all of that sand experience, all of the improvisation that is required there. You saw it from Kendra Kelch. And Skylar Williams strikes again.
And how about the serving of Yosia? Just one after another tough jump serves. And Marquette actually has done a great job of passing most of them up right to the spot where they can run a play.
Hawaii leads. Can you believe it? Yosia, just misses the end line there.
I think Robyn might want to take a look at that one.
She's thinking about it.
I think she's got 3 challenges. This is a great time. You might, keep that run going.
Oh, that was close to being an out serve played by Granado. And it winds up an ace for Marquette's Lauren Speckman. So Marquette all of a sudden back in front. Speckman the serve. Backside, here's Granado. Off the block, plays it herself off the ricochet. You'll see it goes the opposite way to Kelch, block. Kelch pops it up over the net. Chance for the Golden Eagles. They go middle to Orff. Knuckled up in the air by Kahaka. Here's Kelch, roll shot. Out, just wide. Point for the Golden Eagles.
Oh, she made the right shot. Got a good set from McKenna Ross. Made the right shot down the line, just missed.
And a strong response by Marquette following the 7-0 run for Hawaii. Granado, the dink. Right there is Wirtz. Outside, Barber pounds it down. And Marquette gets the 24. It is set point for the Golden Eagles.
I'm going to credit this Golden Eagle team. Hawaii going on that 7-0 run. Marquette just not saying die. They're saying, this is our game, so just grab it right back.
Skylar Williams, two-handed in the air by Konavadov. Barber the dink. You'll see another pancake save. And Kelch sends it into the net, and that's how set 2 comes to a conclusion. Well, it was another rainbow rally, but this time it fell short as the Golden Eagles hang on to win set 2, 25-21. We are even on opening night in the Robyn Ah Mow-Santos era. Welcome Welcome back. Let's take a look at the McDonald's match statistics. C-Mac, what do you think?
I'm seeing not too much offense, Kanoa. I'm seeing some better defense, especially at the net. 11 blocks to 6 for Marquette. But look at those hitting numbers for Marquette. 0.64 for Hawaii, 0.41. Those are paltry numbers. These are hitters that are trying too hard. Defenses that are playing just a little bit better than the offense. You see a pretty good number of digs by both sides. On the aces to errors, Marquette's clearly taking more chances from behind the service line with 6 aces to Hawaii's 3.
So a battle of offensive attrition, if you will, through 2 sets. You heard the corner crew talking about perhaps a little bit of hesitancy that they noticed on the side of the Hawaii net. What do you think they can do? Is it a matter of being a little more assertive on their side?
Yeah, I think they're just trying too hard, to be honest with you. They really are trying too hard, especially McKenna Granado right now. I think she's just trying to keep the ball in play, and then she's taking some chances with swings that are where sets are too tight. So I think just making not some great decisions more than anything else. And she's got an amazing arm, a good jump. She's the hitter that that UCO really wants to go to as much as she can, but she won't go to her much more if she keeps hitting the ball out or into the block.
Ball handling, the ability to control the ball, such an issue and such a focal point for Robyn Ah Mow-Santos through training camp. What kind of grade would you give it through 2 sets?
I'd give it about a B-, I would say. Ball handling could be much, much better. I'll tell you, I'll give the crowd an A+, wouldn't you? They're trying everything they can to exert these Rainbow Wahine on to victory.
So we head to set number 3, tied at 1 apiece, and Noreen Yosia had a couple of good stints behind the service line, gets things started in not so friendly fashion for Hawaii. So Marquette gets the first point of set number 3, and Hope Wirch, 7 kills, that's tied for the lead in this match. Barber, her teammate, has 7. Maglio leading the way for Hawaii with 7 as well. Outside, the set goes to Anna Hawk, and she dinks it out of play. That's another thing we have seen in multitude tonight, the dink attempts.
Too many. That's a sign that the ball handling isn't good enough to put up a good set, so the hitters have got nothing else they can do except tip it over. You saw Hawaii's first pass there. It was about to the 15-foot line. Hawaii's got the pass better. There's a good pass.
And there's a good roof by Skylar Williams again.
I think McKenna Ross might have been in on it a little bit, but Skylar Williams she's dominant up there. And let's see if she gets most of it. Castillo, she makes McKenna Ross makes a nice move to the outside, but you're right, Williams got most of that.
What do you think of Skylar Williams here so far in her Rainbow Wahine debut as a true freshman?
She's really looked good. Not so much from the attacking side, but the blocking, she's been good. There's a missed time play right there.
Opportunity lost. Hawk swings it over. And a diving attempt by Granado and Kahakai for 9. Rosenthal, the first team All Big East and All Academic selection last year. Also lettered 4 years in track and field in high school as a high jump and discus competitor. Not too bad at 6'6". Yosia, middle set. Williams, there's that offense that you were alluding to.
Much better timing, much better pass. Everything looked sharper there. Nice pass by Kahakai. Yosia with the perfect set. I like the way that Yosia went right back to it after the last mistimed play.
Skylar Williams, she's got that $1 million smile too. That's something that these fans are gonna get quite acquainted with, it appears, here over the course of her Hawaii career. Good attempt by Granado, wound up in the front row there. But it's a point for Marquette, and we're tied at 3. Opening night of the Texaco 2017 Rainbow Wahine Invitational. Here's McKenna Ross on the outside. That one had some heat on it, but dug up in the back row by Hawk. And then Barber, doing Ali Barber things, goes off the block and into the antenna. Marquette jumps in front. Barber now with 9 kills.
Good swing by Barber. She's been the sort of the Rock of Gibraltar for them tonight.
Rosenthal again to serve. 4 serving 3. Kelch goes cross court to Ross. That one dug up. The dump shot attempt by Speckman didn't clear the tape. And so it's a point for Hawaii. Now we mentioned this is a stout field here on the opening weekend of the season. You have all 4 teams that made it to the NCAA tournament last year. You have 3 teams ranked in the top 25. San Diego and UCLA squared off in the opening match. San Diego ranked 22nd, UCLA 13th as Claire Marie Anderson sends it over. Through the block and down goes Elizabeth Orff. UCLA winning that opening match, by the way, in 3. And there's a look at Mike Seeley, former Hawaii assistant, now in his 8th year as head coach for the Bruins. They would win it by way of a sweep, 25-16, 12, and 22. Maglio touches it over, rattles around, pinball style, and then pounded down again by Ali Barber.
And literally with no approach at all, Barber just does a step close, goes up at 6'5", and she just rips away. I'm telling you, they got big players up front now with Orff up there and Barber.
Diving pass by Anderson, so the bump set goes to Ross from off the net, cross court and wide. And Hawaii just can't find any semblance of rhythm here offensively. A 5-1 run for the Golden Eagles in the early stages of set 3.
This is where you wonder if Peleg really were healthy, she might be going in right now. So I think that Robyn Ah Mow will have a short leash and all the outside hitters. If they don't get the job done, and she was unafraid to put somebody else in because there's basically 6 outside hitters for 3 spots.
Peleg really one of the more sure-handed passers certainly last year, even though she played minimally at the outside hitter spot. Middle set, and that is Wirtz. And they're going to say that that was in, and Robyn Ah Mow-Santos is going to challenge. So she has to specify exactly which particular part of that sequence she wants to challenge. And so we assume she is challenging where that ball landed off of that kill attempt.
And she has some great help from the bench. The bench was very alert, led by Faith Maafala. She was adamant. Coach, pull the card. It was definitely out.
Now on the men's side, we used the ping pong paddles. Remember? We're just using like a laminated green card here tonight. As you take a look at where that ball landed.
Oh, that's definitely out.
Right in front of Robyn Ah Mow-Santos.
Yep, definitely out.
Gotta admit though, I kind of missed the paddles.
I did too. Especially when the paddles have free night at the Outrigger Hotels on the other side.
Ernie Ho taking a long look at this one.
He wants to see it from a different angle, possibly. I think that was basically the same angle there.
In real time, which might not be optimal. Robyn Ah Mow-Santos, who was checking with all kinds of media members here along press row, trying to get the particulars about the review challenge system. Even if you're a head coach, if it's your first match, you're going to have to cram all the way up until test time.
I bet that was overruled. Ball was out. There you go.
You see the fist pump by Robyn. Points over to Faith Maafala, one of the players along the bench, one of the backup setters.
There you go. Faith's taking some credit.
Credit Faith with the point.
Ah Mow-Santos, her first win of a challenge as a Division I college coach.
Every moment is a milestone here on night 1.
Exactly.
Outside, here's Barber by the double block. Great dig. Savannah Kahakai. Granado off the block. Saved by Ross. Bump set. Granado has to just roll it over. Here's Barber. In. Over the block and down. She is so tough because of that size. She doesn't need, as you mentioned, any kind of approach, any kind of run-up.
Almost a standing jump at 6'5". She's long, 2 long arms. Just goes up and taps it down. Watch this. She's standing, and last second she does a little step close, they call it. Just enough to get her about 3-inch jump.
Meanwhile, that float serve goes long from Manon Jaffroy. Rika Okino comes in for Hawaii. Gino played 5 seasons for the Rainbow Volleyball Club, Hawaii. Outside. Hawk is blocked, chased down by Wirch. Can they return it? Yes, they can. Anderson the first touch. Chance for Hawaii. Outside, Granado with no blockers up. And she makes it count.
That was a design play between Granado and Yosia. It's inside. Granado sneaks in there. Normally she takes that set out on the pin. That time she called for an inside set. It worked out perfectly.
So we are tied at 8 here in set number 3. This match is tied at 1 set apiece. Backside, Wirch. Off the block and out. Wirch has been putting in work. She's got 8 kills, 19 swings. Right now, Marquette for the match still hitting below 100. At 0.87, Hawaii for the match at 0.49. I mean, these are anemic offensive numbers that we're seeing here. Skylar Williams in the middle. Rosenthal, a little more authoritative on her end.
Rosenthal at 6'6". Nice little cutback shot. She saw Skylar that time to her right, so she just cut it back to her left.
Martha Konovadoff with the serve. Granado climbs the ladder, dug up by Konovadoff. And Hawk goes through the block and down for Marquette.
See, Marquette's getting outside plays that are broken like that. 2 blockers up, they're outside, having a little more luck getting the ball through or around the block.
Granado, another swing off the block and down. That one of the more pure strikes that she has made here tonight. She now has 6 kills on 22 swings to go along with 8 errors. So still hitting in the negative. But as you mentioned, that's going to probably be par for the course. Night in and night out, she is going to have quite a workload.
That was a good swing right there. Look, hitting that ball down the line, tooling the outside blocker's hand.
Williams getting a touch on that block. Here's Granado again. Single blocker up. And Granado with back-to-back put-downs.
Those put-downs might just be the key for Granado as she regains some confidence. She's not used to making 8 errors in 2 sets.
She is what you could describe as a momentum hitter.
Streaky.
Oh, that one slammed to the Terraflex by Rosenthal. Well, if not Barber, the 6'5" outside, Rosenthal, the 6'6" middle, can do many of the same things.
What we haven't talked about much tonight is Speckman, the setter, Laura Speckman. She's done a tremendous job tonight. 21 assists and just made some great decisions. That's a good ball.
Dump shot. You'll see the touch. Chase down, not there for Kahakai or McKenna Ross.
Did I mention she has a good dump shot too?
Yeah, she pulled that one out from under the sleeve. Right on cue.
USA Youth National Team setter. She's got some good credentials.
San Jose, 3-year varsity letter winner at Archbishop Mitty High School. 3 straight CIF D2 state titles over there. Little ping pong match at the net. Bump set goes to Granado, tries to find the deep corner. Sniffed out by Geoffroy. Good dig there by Ross, tight to the net. One hand set by Yosia, but they'll call her for the lift. Not much she could do there. And the sloppy play, really on both sides of the net, but perhaps in a more profound manner on the side of the Hawaii net. It continues. Backside, Granado against the double block. Hawk through the block and down. Marquette gets to 15 first again. Marquette leads by 5, and Hawaii still trying to figure the equation out. This was at intermission tonight. Texaco and Albert Chi, Vice President in Retail Marketing and Communications at Island Energy Services, the official licensee of the Texaco brand in Hawaii, donating $10,000 towards a new UH initiative supporting student-athlete success called Pupukahi I Holomua. This initiative supports student-athletes by providing supplemental meals for student-athletes as well as underwriting cost of attendance initiatives. For example, this donation will provide supplemental meals for nearly 8 Wahine athletes for the entire 2017-18 school year. So mahalo on behalf of the UH Athletic Department to Texaco, as Skylar Williams gets another kill logged in the book. Her stat line starting to fill out pretty nicely. 3 kills on 9 swings, no errors. How about 8 blocks?
Big night for the freshman. Big night.
And Hawaii within 4 here in the third set, but it has been one of those nights where you just get the feeling like the Rainbow Wahine are struggling to stay afloat. Castillo reinserted into the match, and she's able to go off the block and out. I mean, that is an instinctive decision there by Robyn Ah Mow-Santos and his coaching staff to put her back in there.
Exactly. You know, I think she also had a good chance to look at the Marquette defense a little more, maybe, and looks inspired right now to get a few kills.
Back row set. That one off of the palm of Lurch, misses wide. Hawaii back to within 2.
And those passes off the net caused by Granado's serves. You know, McKenna's got a great serve that is difficult. It moves a lot, difficult to pass.
13 serving 15. Float serve, just misses that end line.
Didn't miss by much.
You know, for Marquette, they're also missing their top hitter from a year ago. Taylor Lewis.
Taylor Lewis went to Iowa.
Yeah, first team All-Big East selection, All-American, transferred to Iowa, reuniting with the former Marquette head coach who recruited her, Bon Szymanski. Recruited her back in 2013, and it's the second time that Deiss, the current head coach, has lost a Szymanski-recruited player who led the team in kills the previous season. As you see the put down by Skylar Williams yet again.
You know, you think that it really looks like it's tampering, but you know what? There's just a lot of transferring going on these days in women's college volleyball. A lot of transferring, whether it be to go get a better coach or go to a better school, play with different players. It's almost like free agency, you know?
Rosenthal with the kill there for Marquette. And really, it's not exclusive to women's volleyball either. I mean, you see it across the board in all of the collegiate sports.
Men's basketball, same way.
Football for sure. Pass by Granado turned into a beauty. Maglio is blocked, and Kelsch flat-footed sends it across. Dump shot, diving save attempt by Kahakai to no avail. Speckman catches him again.
Speckman, 5'9", a little undersized, but you know, she goes and makes great decisions. Doesn't tap the ball straight down. That ball's deep into the court. But she is successful and savvy in the way that she does it. Her timing is perfect.
Speckman taking over the setting responsibilities after Sarah Blazier finished up her eligibility last year. Castillo passes it over the net. Joust at the net, and Kahakai keeps it alive for Hawaii. Here's Castillo! And that had some definitive respect on it.
I'll tell you, you'll see I knew exactly where the short blocker was. There's the 5'9" Speckman on the outside, going up against the 6'3" Castillo. Advantage, Hawaii.
If Castillo can reach that comfort level on the outside pin at 6'3", she certainly does bring some much-needed size out there for Hawaii. Barber dug up by Kahakai. Castillo the roll shot. Barber with the defense, and she'll get the set on the outside. Down the line, right there is Anderson. You'll see it, high and away to Casey. Two-handed in the air by Mosier. Barber off of one leg. Bringing the thunder.
That was just a hit hard and hope, and she got a lot of block there. It did not come back onto her side. It just deflected off. Great play.
Barber now with 12 kills to lead everybody. Anderson That's an ace. Anderson unable to secure that pass. Serve, receive, bite Hawaii again. Timeout signaled by Robyn Ah Mow-Santos. A look at Robyn Ah Mow-Santos' first night in game action as head coach for this Rainbow Wahine Volleyball program. There's been a lot to deal with from her perspective, for sure.
I'll tell you one thing that's gotten a lot better is the attacking percentage. Hawaii 8 kills, 1 error in the third set, hitting .292 after hitting an anemic negative -111 in the last set.
They have shown signs, but every time they have come close to Marquette here in this third stanza, the Golden Eagles have been able to put consecutive points together to once again reestablish a firm grasp on the scoreboard. Here's Maglio on the slide. Backside, step out, that's Barber. Misses wide. A rare error for her. Barber, much needed point for her.
Barber's been so steady all night long. She leads the Eagles with 12 kills. That's only her 6th error of the night on 30 swings. She's been their go-to gal for sure all night long.
Big East co-freshman of the year last year, was a first-team All-Big East selection as well. And out of Cedarburg High School in Wisconsin, was the 45th ranked recruit in the class of 2016. McKenna Ross with the jump serve. Outside, Barber blasts it off the block and out. Well, she has proven to be a puzzle, difficult to solve from the Hawaii vantage point.
She really has been. It's been, she's so big, so long, has so many shots, and brings a lot of heat.
Geoffroy misses wide on the serve. So it's been right around this range for the first 2 sets that we saw Hawaii put together comebacks. In the first set, it was enough to actually win as they were trailing by 5, went on a 6-0 run. They won 26-24 in the first. It was around this range. They were trailing by 6, went on a 7-0 run, only to see that score fall short in the second set, 25-21 to Marquette. And Hope Wirch with another rocket.
She picks up her 9th kill of the night. She's the number 2 most prolific attacker for the Golden Eagles tonight.
So 22 serving 17. And Martha Konavadov, 5'7" freshman libero out of Sugar Grove, Illinois. Recorded 1,660 career digs at Rosary High School, won 4 regional titles over there. She gets ready to serve. Tickles the tape. Anderson somehow keeps it alive, but they're going to call Skylar Williams for the miss hit. Largest lead of this third set for the Golden Eagles. The crowd's going to try to do what it can to urge the Wahine on. Here's Granado off the block and down. And that's how you start it. 8th kill of the night for McKenna Granado.
She's making much better decisions on where she attacks. She's getting better sets as well. That's made for her nice little mini comeback for her hitting-wise.
She even looks in her facial expressions a little more relaxed here in this third set.
Definitely.
Rosenthal. And that was another smash. This 2-headed monster for Marquette. Jenna Rosenthal, Ali Barber, providing a headache for Robyn Ah Mow-Santos in her debut as head coach.
That was a perfect pass by Geoffroy.
Josiah has to chase down the second touch. Back bump set to Kelch. Konavadov with the dig. Left side, it's Mosier. Popped up in the air by Ross. Bump set to Kelch from off the net. Again, it's Konavadov. Rosenthal's dink sniffed out by Granado. Williams in the middle. Misses it wide. And that is how set number 3 comes to a close. So Marquette now leads 2 sets to 1 on opening night in 2017. The new era has begun, and Hawaii finds itself against the ropes against the Golden Eagles. Welcome back. Let's check out how it works, presented by Central Pacific Bank. Chris.
Take a look at this play where Hawaii gets a free ball, and normally McKenna Granado, who is right here, would normally be hitting to the outside. She'd go out here to the pin and hit there, but not a misplay. She calls for an inside set, and watch what happens as she goes inside there, has no block up. Blocker was stuck on the outside, and that's how it works if you run a kind of slightly different play. McKenna Granado, well designed.
And an opportunity to send a congratulations out to that wonderful newlywed couple. Rich Sheriff, the general manager for this very arena, Stan Sheriff Center, and his beautiful new bride, Leanne, just tied the knot last weekend. And just a few days later, he's already got to work. But taking some time to check out the action from a comfortable seated position. We once again send them our aloha and congratulations. We enter set number 4. Marquette leading in this season opening match over 20th ranked Hawaii. 2 sets to 1. The Rainbow Wahine with an inspired come from behind victory in the first stanza, 26-24. They trail by as many as 5. Second set, they once again rallied late, only to fall short, 25-21. And then set 3, pretty well controlled, if you will, by Marquette from the beginning to the end, taking it 25-18.
Well, they ended up hitting 333 for the set. Hawaii 241, out hit them by 100 points. That is one indication of how much better Marquette's ball control was than Hawaii's. Another bad pass here is going to result in a difficult play for Hawaii.
Maglio swinging from the outside. So we're seeing Maglio in the front row with Skylar Williams. And nobody getting the second touch on that sequence for Hawaii. Discombobulation, certainly some hesitancy.
Looks like Robyn Ah Mow-Santos made her first moving of players. Maglio's going to go out to the left side. Castillo's going to go play the middle.
You'll see a tight to the net, tried to one-hand set it to Williams. Backside, it's Granado. Diving save by Jaffois. Middle set, Rosenthal. That was pretty.
Well played. Nice dig by Jaffois.
So as you alluded to earlier in the match, you thought, hey, look, if some of these passing issues, if some of these offensive woes continue for Hawaii, we could see Emily Maglio relocated. Here she is on the outside, starting next to Skylar Williams. And that looked pretty good.
One, by the way.
That looked pretty good.
One for one.
But right next to Skylar Williams, Casey Castillo is now the other middle.
Right now, Kakai's playing for Castillo in the back row.
It just goes to show the importance of having that high ball security blanket, especially for a team that is struggling when it comes to service receive and other elements of ball control. Here's Ross off the block. Speckman the first touch, chased down by Jaffois. And Konavadov sends it across. You'll see a slide to Mags.
You see Mags is playing on the right side there. She got a big blocker on the outside, blocking their best attacker on the left. And Maglio can also run a little mini, what they call a tight slide, right behind the center's head, and gets another kill. So she's not only having to adjust on that left side where she's hitting brand new high balls.
2 straight all Big West Conference first team selections for Emily Maglio. Mosier sends that one way out. And it's a point for Hawaii. Well, that's the chess game, right? Robyn Ah Mow-Santos has to find a way to put her best players in position to succeed, and here she is trying something different with Emily Maglio.
They might be different players every night. Oh, what a save.
Free ball coming here for the Bows. You'll see a middle to Williams. And looky here. Hawaii showing an offensive spark in the early stages of set 4.
I'm not surprised that the chess master in Robyn Ah Mow-Santos is experiencing some success here as she moves her chess pieces around.
Flying away, set goes to Hawk off the block. Played off the net nicely there by Wirch. Hawk sends it deep. Right there is Granado. You'll see a backside to Mags. Off the block and out. Oh no, now they'll say they went off the block and hit Maglio, and so it is a point for Marquette. A quick reversal signaled there by Denise Hansen.
Yeah, the linesperson got it right. Great block on the outside. Is that Mosier?
That was Hawk on the outside.
It was actually Hawk, yeah. Mosier actually got pulled after she missed that last one, and Hawk got put back in.
That time it was McKenna Ross tooling the block to her advantage. So 5 serving 3, Savannah Kahakai back and deep. A lot of the conversation in training camp about the conditioning and some of that intensity that was brought to the fray by Robyn Ah Mow-Santos. Savannah Kahakai, one of the beneficiaries. She is in terrific shape to start 2017. And there she is on the first touch here. Backside, Maglio. Soft touches it for a Hawaii point.
You know what that play was? That was a classic beach hit. You know, it was almost like the ball got cut up in the wind there, and it came down really fast. She had to recover and make an adjustment. She does, and just tips it right off the outside blocker's hand.
So all of a sudden, Maglio now into double digits in kills. She's got 10, hitting 333. Here's Hawk. Great dig by Kahakai. You'll see a back row set to Granado. Into the twine.
Set a little bit low, I think, for Granado, and if she doesn't get the right set, she can't be taking a full swing at it into the cable and killing the rally. She's got to, you know, take either a tip shot or a high hand kind of a shot. It's a timing set. I don't think Hawaii's got it quite down yet.
So Anna Hawk, Mango, home Sweden. Mags in the middle, able to plug it through. That is a big block she was potentially facing there with Rosenthal at 6'6", standing right next to 6'5", Ali Barber.
So Maglio got 3 sets the first set. She's got 4 already now as an outside hitter.
And that's another thing
figure
you alluded to, right? You have to find a way to get her more action, especially if the passing isn't on point. Barber pulls the string.
Well, they might have been, the reason she pulled the string there is I think she noticed that Emily Maglio was playing back right there, and Mags does not normally play back right.
Quickly, Claire Marie Anderson subs into that back row for Emily Maglio. 14 kills now for Barber.
The next evolution you're going to see in this particular lineup is Maglio is going to stay in the back row, not get subbed out. She'll hit balls out of the back row like Nikki Taylor did.
Ross showing some pop from that outside position.
Good swing by McKenna Ross. Right down the line. Still in negative numbers, but doing the best she can to bring it back to at least even.
Second generation Rainbow in her family. Her dad, Jason Ross, playing football and baseball for the University of Hawaii. And that's going to be a point for the Rainbow Wahine as Ali Barber, another rare hitting error. She's now got 7 of those, although they have been spread out throughout this match. Hawaii off to its most positive start of any set tonight. Bias as to which show is superior, but let's put it this way. 3's company, 4's a crap. You know what I mean?
I think it's the 3rd time you've told me that today.
Here's Barber off the slide. Good play off the ricochet by Anderson. Middle set, Castillo. Oh, what an effort by the Golden Eagles. Unable to return it. But this Hawaii fan base, this very knowledgeable crowd, not only applauding the Hawaii point and the kill for Castillo, but also the effort on the Marquette side of the net.
Exactly, that was great hustle.
By the way, attendance tonight, tickets issued 6,820 through the turnstile, 5,334 on opening night of 2017. Here's Barber from off the net. Right there is Kahakai. She now has 12 digs on the night, and Granado able to clobber that one through the block and out. And this is easily the best start in any of these sets tonight for Hawaii, hitting 400, in fact, above 400 in this set. 438 to be exact after that put down. Ross with the serve. Pass tight to the net. Barber from off the net, and it's going to be a Marquette point. They're going to say that Granado went over the net, made contact.
Granado saying she didn't touch it.
Granado doesn't like it. Ah Mow-Santos doesn't like it. The crowd, they don't like it either. Served by Speckman. Here's Granado. Oh boy! Venting some frustration.
The same inside set we saw earlier. Granado called for it again and got it. Even with 2 blockers up on her that time, she delivered.
So Granado into double figures. 10 kills on 32 swings. 10 errors though. She's still flatlining it, but she has climbed her way back into a bit of a rhythm.
Hawaii, how about their hitting percentage? Since she's got her percentage up, Hawaii's percentage has gone up. Hawaii hitting .389 now.
142 for the match compared to 143 for Marquette. And Rika Okino once again in to serve. Sends it deep, popped up by Hawk. Outside it goes to Barber. Block got the touch. Great effort in the back row there by Ross. Granado on the outside is blocked. Okino keeps it alive. Granado sends it across. Marquette with the advantage. Here's Barber. Can't stop her that many times.
It is so tough. Delivers every time. 16.
15 kills to be exact for Barber. Here's the serve by Geoffroy. Put over on the second touch there by Yosia. Wirch is dug up by McKenna Ross. Yosia goes outside to Granado. Sends it wide. So we saw some effectiveness from this Hawaii offense with Maglio out on the floor. This rotation has been one that Hawaii has struggled with throughout this match. So Williams able to get it down for a Hawaii point. Nice shiftiness shown there by Skylar Williams.
She can hit that backslide pretty well if she gets the right set, she gets the right takeoff. She's pretty good. She'll hit it actually high. This one she actually hits it a little lower. Normally she hits that ball much higher. She'll go high off the hands. Now Maglio back in the front. That's when Marquette was making their run with Maglio in the back row.
And that's an ace. Noreen Yosia. The second time she's dealt an ace out of the deck.
She's been the point scorer tonight for Hawaii. Served more balls from behind the service line than anyone else.
And a double-double on night one for Noreen Yosia. 37 assists, 11 digs. Hawaii by 6. And there's the roof.
Good combo up front there between Maglio and Skylar Williams. They got it going.
Hawaii up 15-8 here in set 4. Yeah, that's formidable. Williams next to Maglio. And you'll see it into the net. You see the team blocks. Hawaii, 13 total blocks as a squad, compared to 7 for Marquette. And Skylar Williams in on 9. Outside, Maglio, cross court and in.
There's some outside presence, wouldn't you say?
This is looking fruitful. Emily Maglio on the outside pin.
A little surprised to see her. Look at that turn wrist away shot. Again, that's another beach shot that I'm sure she picked up along the way during her beach career.
Rosenthal goes off of the shoulder of Granado. The setup to Ross. She's blocked and roofed.
What a set from Yosia. Quick hands, soft hands, putting it right on the money. And McKenna Ross not able to deliver.
So 10 serving 16. And Hope Wirch to send it over. Little set Williams. Dug up by Wirch. Outside it's Hawk, the dink, sniffed out by Kahakai. Hawaii with the advantage. Meggs! Straight down to the floor.
Maglio feeling it right now. The senior captain. she had a feeling, I think, that she was going to be on the outside at some point this year. I don't think she thought it would happen this early.
The first night. Kahakai with the serve. Works from the back row. And it's going to be a point for Hawaii. Works foot on the line again, so a back row attacker. And a timeout taken by Ryan Deiss. Largest lead of set 4 for Hawaii. Trailing 2 sets to 1, but not going quietly in Manoa. Well, her entire career, she played exclusively in the middle, an all-conference performer, one of the most efficient hitters that Hawaii has had over the last few years. Well, on night 1 of 2017, Emily Maglio getting some run on the pins, Chris.
13 kills, only 3 errors and 24 swings, hitting .417. Those are huge numbers, by the way.
You called it, by the way, very early on in this match. Slide goes to Rosenthal, the dink, diving save, Kahakai. That is dig number 14. Hawaii has to send a free ball across though. Rosenthal, slide again. And that one a little more emphatic. Point for Marquette. But you said early on, hey look, if Hawaii struggled offensively, particularly in passing the ball and being able to distribute through Noreen Yosia to run this offense, look for Emily Maglio to move to the outside so that they have some form of a high ball safety valve.
Exactly, and to get arguably your best player 4 sets. You know, she had like 3 sets, I think, in the first set, and that's not enough for your best player. You got to give her a lot more.
Here's Mags on the opposite side. Good up there by Wirch. Now from the back row, sends it over. One hand set by Yosia. They'll call her for the lift.
Yeah, she held on to just a little bit too long. Got stuck in her hand a little bit.
So a couple of consecutive points here for the Golden Eagles. Abby Julian back to serve. And the crowd turning the knob on the volume up just a tad. Bump set goes to Ross. She's blocked and roofed. Rosenthal out there next to the setter, Lauren Speckman. The blocking numbers have been pretty huge on both sides. Hawaii with the advantage there, but Robyn Ah Mow-Santos, those 3 straight points by Marquette, enough to convince her to signal for a timeout. Difference from what we've seen in previous timeouts, the team going all the way to the bench. We saw when there wasn't a lot of time between timeouts earlier, Chris, you pointed out, Robyn would meet them near the playing surface. They didn't get all the way to the bench.
Exactly. She had her speech, I think, pre-written already, and she didn't want to take any time to go over to the bench. She wanted to deliver it right now, right away. And I'm noticing that when she does talk to me, she's also giving time to Angelica Youngquist. As you see right there, now Robyn actually doesn't have this huddle. She's more talking to Kahakai, you can tell. And Youngquist is the one who's delivering most of the message to the players on the bench.
Let's check in with Ryan. What's up?
That's absolutely right what Chris McLaughlin just said. Robyn Ah Mow-Santos at times taking time specifically to talk to certain players. Angelica Youngquist at that break, this time out, talking specifically about the blocking assignments, feeling that Hawaii's getting burnt too much on the left-hand side. So they're going to try to make some adjustments with their hands. Now, interesting to note, the evolution of this team continues throughout this match, and we've always talked about who the leader would be. The leaders have certainly become Kahakai and Yosia. Both these 2 players have become very vocal during the timeouts, on the sidelines, as well as during the huddles. So Yosia and Kahakai continuing to lead the way for Hawaii. Back over to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Ryan.
And while those 2 are leading the way vocally and spiritually, so to speak, Maglio has been the physical leader, coming on and getting 13 kills now, hitting .400, and really, I think, leading the way, getting this Hawaii offense organized again.
13 serving 18 out of the timeout. Kahakai secures that first touch. Not the best of passes. Ross comes swooping in and makes it count on the Emily Maglio assist.
Great back bump set by Maglio. Ross that time really had nowhere to go. She had 2 blockers up. I think she knew that the smaller blocker was to her left. Here's the side bump set. And at least Ross, she challenges the big middle blocker there. I thought she'd go off the shorter outside blocker, but in either case, she gets a very important point, stops the bleeding.
Hawaii by 6. Barber is dug up. Here's Ross off the block. Oh, it just tightrope walks that net and falls down in front of Casey Castillo. Castillo back in that middle hitter position.
Castillo having played on the left, she's played on the right, now she's in the middle. I call Casey Castillo the jack of all trades, or the Jacqueline of all trades.
And that's got to be tough to have to recalibrate so frequently, not only throughout practice and training camp, but even alone on this opening night throughout this match. Here she is on the slide, got a good swing there, and gets the point for the Bows.
I'll tell you, the toughest adjustment is going from outside to middle, where the sets are quicker, the footwork is different, you got to get there fast, and the blocking assignments are so difficult. So kudos to Casey for making the transition here in game 4.
6 kills now for Castillo, just 1 error. She's hitting .333. Slide, this is Orff. Nicely done there by Kahakai. Touched over by McKenna Ross. Barber off the block. Anderson keeps it alive. Bumps it to Granado off the block and out.
Some signs of life on Hawaii's defense and broken play offense. Good shot by Granado.
Signs of life from that Hawaii bench as well. Robyn Ah Mow-Santos did a near pirouette in front of the Hawaii bench.
Oh, you gotta love it. She's now starting to relax, I think. Or maybe not.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. As the serve goes long from Ross.
3-time Olympian. And she's just as nervous tonight as she was in the gold medal match.
Spent 4 years as an assistant under Dave Shoger. Remember, she was gone for only 1 season. Lindsey Berg able to join the staff to help compensate for the absence. As Barber hits it into the twine, it's another point for the Rainbow Wahine. But one of the challenges for Robyn Ah Mow-Santos, particularly taking over as a head coach, is, as you mentioned, 3-time Olympian. She has seen the game at the highest level, and so there is an expectation, there is a standard by which she acknowledges the game to be played.
Exactly. She's played for lots of coaches, so she's seen a lot of different gym cultures, and she's chosen her way to do it, and I think so far it's working.
Barber, oh, that one zooms past the diving attempt of Rico Aquino. But as a head coach, that's part of the challenge. Robyn has to sort of change the methodology somewhat, or the expectations at least a little bit, with a team that lost huge production from last season, that has a lot of youth in the form of several newcomers on this team. And so, you know, she has to sort of evolve in that way as well.
Exactly. They have to find out different ways to win other than rely on Nikki Taylor and Annie Mitchell. Simple as that. Williams
had to shuffle the feet. Outside, the roof is up by Noreen Yosia.
Hawaii's block is much more advanced than I thought it would be at this time of year, this early. Yosia there putting up the big clamp. Hawaii now with 14 blocks on the night.
It's the 3rd block for Yosia, 23 serving 16. That one bounces off the top of the net. Outside, it's Hawk. Blocked and roofed again!
Another difference, bringing Maglio, putting her on the right side, getting her out of the middle, is that she gets a chance to block the other team's broken play left side hitter.
Oh, this combo can be pretty deadly. Williams next to Maglio, good luck against that, if that continues to be the case. 24 serving 16, set point for Hawaii. It's Aloha ball in the 4th. And Hope Wirch extends the drama a little bit longer here in this stanza.
Well, for Marquette, you're going to be wondering, this is not the same team we just clobbered in the 3rd set. This is so different. What a different experience.
Still Aloha ball here in the 4th. To send it to a 5th game, Maglio misses the end line. Didn't get a good strike on it. They'll postpone the celebration of a 5th and decisive set a little longer. Maglio with 13 kills, hitting .346.
Should be facing this ball is out. Hawaii goes to 5.
To a 5th we go. Why not? Opening night for Robyn Ah Mow-Santos. Mow-Santos and this 2017 Rainbow Wahine Volleyball team. But guess what? In set 4, they just may have found something. We'll be back. Welcome back. Looky here. We're going to a 5th. Stick around for the Heineken postgame show coming up right after the match as our side set crew breaks down all of tonight's highlights and stats. Gangnam Style playing over the loudspeaker here at the Stan Sheriff Center, and the fans getting into it. They got into it in that 4th set as Hawaii figured some things out. The tweaking of the rotations by Robyn Ah Mow-Santos, putting Emily Maglio at the outside hitter position, relocating Casey Castillo to the middle. You have Maglio next to Skylar Williams in that front row, and it proved to be a good thing for Hawaii in that 4th set.
It really did work out, and Robyn Ah Mow-Santos has got to hope that Marquette hasn't figured out how to adjust it in the 3-minute break in between sets.
Well, you said the fans would get their money's worth. Marquette's getting its money's worth. They came out to Hawaii on Tuesday, did some snorkeling off of a catamaran. They swam with turtles. They went to a luau last night. Some of the members of the coaching staff visited Pearl Harbor as well over the course of this week. And
Coach said they did get a little too much sun on Wednesday.
May have gone a little too far with it on Wednesday. Yeah, they had to buy some extra bottles of Aloy, I think. But here on opening night, at the start of this Texaco Rainbow Wahine Invitational, the Golden Eagles finding themselves in a 5-set battle with the home team, Rainbow Wahine. You're right, after set 3, it did not look promising for Robyn Ah Mow-Santos' crew.
It really did. You know, there's 2 people we haven't really recognized enough, I don't think. That's the 2 liberos. You know, Savannah Kahakai has now got 16 digs, and Martha Canavada has got 15. The 2 of them are really playing some great volleyball.
Here's Maglio. Oh, what a dig in the back row there by Julian. Outside, it's Barber down the line and in. So Marquette strikes first. Decisive 5th set. We played a 15. They'll swap at 8. It's an incredible dig there by Julian. Kahakai can't handle the serve. She was sort of crowded in that corner with McKenna Ross. And the Golden Eagles up 2-0. Every point so emotional here in the 5th set. Ross heels against that back line. Granado, the dink, diving save. Barber popped up and returned. Good effort there by Marquette. Yosia goes step out to Mags, blocked. Yosia pops it up, back bump set, Kahakai to Granado. Dug up over the net, Kahakai will handle it. Yosia outside to Granado again. Dug up again by Julian. Barber with the swing, puts it down, and Marquette would not let the ball hit the floor.
Abby Julian, MVP right there of that rally. Couple terrific defensive plays. The rally before that, she also had a key dig.
Hawaii finding itself in a 3-point hole here to start this 5th set. It's a race to 15. Barber leading everybody with 18 kills. Granado pops that one straight up in the air. Gets the bump set on the outside. And didn't get it over the net. Tried to push it by that block. It is 4-0 Golden Eagles. And Hawaii will talk things over. It appeared as though they had figured some things out in set 4, but set 5, they're down 4-0. Welcome back to the Stan Sheriff Center. We are in set number 5. Marquette out to a 4-0 lead. And the serving of Abby Julian and her defense along that back line has provided some strong contribution here for Marquette early. Barber puts it right down in the middle of the floor, and Hawaii has yet to get off the schneid here in the 5th.
Credit Marquette, they're playing some great volleyball, especially led by Julian serving and her digging. And that time, Kanabadov made a great dig as well.
And that's an ace. An ace by Abby Julian, who has almost single-handedly delivered Marquette this half a dozen point lead here in the 5th. And the Hawaii fans restless and concerned here on opening night. Backside, Granato against the double block. Dug up by Julian, of course. Middle set touched over by Rosenfeld. Chance for Hawaii. They go middle to Williams. Kanavadov keeps it alive. Barber down the line and wide. And Hawaii finally on the board. You look at the body language of Robyn Ah Mow-Santos standing right in front of us. Oh boy, the tension.
Okay, one thing is that the fans should not turn their TV sets off now because Hawaii's come back from 5-point deficits in every game.
But over on the second touch, Kahakai sniffs it out. Backside, Maglio had to readjust the jump. Outside, here's Barber. Off the Williams block and out. Oh, so close to a roof. And it is 7 serving 1, Marquette in the 5th. Williams, 11 blocks to her credit. That would have been number 12. That's the most blocks in a single match since Olivia McGill had 11 versus Iowa in September of 2015. You'll see it high and away. Here's Ross down the line. So an unlikely source, perhaps, with Maglio and Williams in that front row. McKenna Ross providing the contribution there. Two serving 7. Got to get these serves in. Slide to Orff. Off the block. Kept alive by Granato. You'll see it. Goes outside to Ross. Off the block and down. McKenna delivers again.
I'm surprised at that delivery there. You'll see it had Emily Maglio behind her, but it would have been a little bit of an awkward set. She goes to McKenna Ross, who's hitting negative all night. But now, all of a sudden, Ross is catching fire.
6 kills. Outside, Barber. Oh, she came swooping in. That is Ali Barber's 21st kill of the match. This was a no-doubter. Block had not formed yet. They'll swap sides as the Golden Eagles get to 8 first. So, a dramatic marathon, enduring match here for Robyn Ah Mow-Santos.
2.5 hours so far. I would say that's marathonish.
Welcome to head coaching, Robyn. Strong turnout tonight. A lot of anticipation. Of course, it was one of the biggest stories of the year when Dave showed you the legendary head coach decided to retire after 42 seasons on the job. Backside, here's Wirch. Dug up by Yosia. So Kahakai sets up Mags against the double block. Goes up and over the top.
Great set from Kahakai from 30 feet away. Right where Maglio likes it. Maglio goes over the block and down.
And now Maglio goes to the bench. And so the question in this rotation is who provides the offense? Claire Marie Anderson back to serve. Barber on the outside. Blocked and roof! Casey Castillo says, ah, ole!
Nice move by Casey to the outside. Little step, close it up. Penetration over the net with her hands.
Anderson sends it across. It's an overpass. And it's going to be a Hawaii point.
Back row attack by Speckman.
And Hawaii within 2. Ryan Tyson, Marquette signals for a timeout. Welcome back. Well, say what you will about this Hawaii team. And certainly it is a work in progress. That is the indication here on opening night. But they have showed some grit coming from behind in the opening set, even over the course of this match. And here they are trying to fight their way back into things in set number 5. Outside, it goes to Wirch. Dug up by Granato. Second touch by Kahakai. And they can't return it. Kahakai and Anderson sort of mixed up, trying to go for that second touch. It is 9 serving 6, and Manon Geoffroy serving for Marquette. You'll see a back row set, Granado. Jaffois gets it over. What a play from her knees. Slide to Castillo, blocked. Popped up by Yosia. Bump set, Ross against the double block, floats it deep. Jaffois pops it in the air. Outside, it's Hawk over the double block. Right there is Kahakai. Dig number 18 for her. Ross is blocked and roofed. Orff right next to Wirch. And Marquette gets to double figures here in the 5th.
Big block by Marquette that time. Had plenty of time to line up. It's enough to force Hawaii to call timeout as well.
You're trying to get through this rotation, see if they can get Maglio, Skylar Williams back out onto the floor, trailing by 4 here in the 5th. What is Marquette doing so well here? They jumped out to that early lead in the 5th, but they seem to be taking care of business defensively here in the 5th set.
Yeah, they are. They're playing better defense. They're lined up better on Hawaii's hitters. Now they got used to that lineup, the new lineup that Hawaii put out in the sports set. They made some nice adjustments, and they're placing their defenders in the back row in the right places. They're making some key digs and keeping rallies alive and letting their big attackers up front, especially Allie Barber, who was just having a phenomenal night. She's hitting the broken plays well. And off serve receive, they're passing the ball better than Hawaii is right now, too. They're having more opportunities running plays at the net than Hawaii is.
Chris, I don't know if you've heard me mention this before, but Monday is the season premiere of both But Seriously and Inside Access. Lots to talk about, obviously, opening weekend of Rainbow Wahine Volleyball. Plus tomorrow, the season opener for UH football on the road on the East Coast in Amherst, Massachusetts against the UMass Minutemen. That's coming up on Monday.
You know, you've gotten as much airtime tonight as the Rainbow Wahine almost, you know? I'm going to watch the show just to see how good it is. But seriously, I am.
Wait, you know, it's like the 3rd year it's been on. So you're saying you've never watched?
No, I've watched it before.
Okay, all right.
But now I'm really going to watch it.
Now you'll turn the volume up. Well, here we go.
Big point right here.
Hawaii's back's against the ropes. The serve by Jaffois. Pass by Granado. High and away to Ross off the block and out. They needed it. They got it. And Ross delivers.
Good wipe off that time by McKenna Ross. Boy, he needed that point badly.
McKenna Ross, who had 7 kills in her Rainbow Wahine debut last year. Remember that classic 5-set match against Arizona. And she got 7 tonight in a 5-setter against Marquette. Wirch is blocked. Castillo and Yosia.
That was all caused by a great serve by McKenna Ross, which forced the bad pass, allowed the 2 blockers to line up.
Gotta get it in. 8 serving 10. Pass by Kanavadov. Middle set, Wirch. Off the block and down. They have moved Hope Wirch all over the creation tonight.
And remember, in the pregame that we talked to Coach Tyson before the game, we asked him, well, who's going to be your X player tonight? Who's the X factor? He said, Wirch. Sure enough, she's come through 12 kills. She's the second leading attacker. 8 errors, getting the buck 29.
31 attempts in Wirch's Golden Eagles debut. Slide goes to Castillo. She's blocked. Punched up by Yosia. Hawaii has to get it over. 2-handed over by Ross. Chance for the Golden Eagles outside. It's Hawk dug up. Granado coming through.
Maybe Granado's most awkward swing of the night. The ball set a little wide, and she had to back up for it and hit a great, you know, she's got such a great arm swing. She really doesn't need a lot of jump. There's the bump set, a little wide. She backs up, falling backwards a little bit. That's it right down the line. Super shot.
12th kill for Granado. She's hitting triple zeros. And Rico Aquino hits it into the net.
That's a great example of how, I don't know where Rico was aiming, but if anything, you want to hit the ball long and force the other team to make a decision on whether the ball is going to be in or out. And hit in the net, you're not giving them any decision at all.
So 12 serving 9. Hawaii with 8 service errors on the evening. Marquette with 10. And here is Hope Wirch. The Golden Eagles are closing in. You'll see a high and away. Granado goes kaboom from the outside. And into the match comes Emily Maglio.
For Hawaii, it couldn't be a more timely entry than at 12-10. Now important for Yosia to keep the ball in. She's got a good blocking row up front.
Yosia to serve. 10 serving 12. That one pops straight up in the air by Geoffroy. Outside, it's Hawk. Blocked and Roof! Maglio next to Williams. Again!
What a block. Williams has been all over the place tonight.
11 serving 12. You'll see it a strike. It's an ace!
First time Yosia has gone cross-court tonight. She goes middle, area 6, or she goes down the line for her aces. Not once has she gone cross-court to area 1. And boy, did she save her best for last.
Timeout Marquette. We are tied at 12. First tie of this 5th set. Hawaii trailing by 6 at one point here in the 5th.
Would you believe that after 2 hours and 45 minutes, it's coming down to who gets the 15 first?
It's a battle of 3.
Winning 3 points.
It's a battle of 3. How about this crowd? You see the men's volleyball team in the front row there. It's a pajama party apparently for them. Let's check in with Ryan. What's up?
Well, a lot of conversations happening right now on the Hawaii sideline as they try to figure out what Marquette is going to do next. Right now, Hawaii coaching staff telling them to watch the slide attack and also to watch for any X plays, so any of a higher set that's going to be coming in the middle blocker. But Angelica Lucas definitely working the sidelines here, specifically talking to their blockers. Back over to you guys.
Amazing. Emily Maglio rotating back into the match instantly right next to Skylar Williams, making an impact on that block. Hawaii with 18 total team blocks compared to 12 for Marquette tonight.
That's been a difference. That's how Hawaii's been able to stay in this match, is they're blocking at the net. Now important to serve in after the timeout. You know, Yosia starts out as Hawaii's first server, and there's a reason for it. She's their best, most consistent server.
Hawaii trying to will its way to a victory in the debut of Robyn Ah Mow-Santos. Great pass by Konavadov. Slide to Rosenthal. Off the block. Popped up by Williams. They're going to call a lift against Williams, so it is a point for Marquette. It is 13 serving 12. Robyn didn't like the call. That is not a reviewable play. And it is a 1-point advantage for the Golden Eagles. Oh, Williams came close to another roof. Here is Abby Julian to serve. Someone's got to track down the second touch. It's Yosia. Here's Maglio off the block. Popped up by Julian. She's been so steady. Barber on the outside. The dink! Nobody home for Hawaii. And it is aloha ball for the match for Marquette.
No timeouts remaining for the Bulls to adjust, and Julian once again has been a big factor with her serve.
The dink works again for the Golden Eagles. Backside, here's Granado blocked in roof. And this one is Powell. The Golden Eagles pull off the victory on opening night in a dramatic 5-set match to begin the Robyn Ah Mow-Santos era in Manoa. Losing effort, but a never-say-die effort by this Rainbow Wahine squad.
You know, they fought hard all night long. Marquette is a good volleyball team. You know, they didn't lose to some slouch. This team's a good team they just lost to. And Hawaii discovered their true lineup in the 4th set. And a little late for that, but you got to give them a lot of credit. They fought hard all night. Blocking looked good. That young lady right there, Skylar Williams, had a phenomenal match.
She finishes with 12 blocks. Robyn Ah Mow-Santos saddling up here with Scott Robbs. for some immediate post-match remarks. Scott, take it away.
Hey, thanks a lot. Well, so that was a pretty match tonight. You got to be pleased at least with how hard your team played.
Yeah, in the beginning, they started off a little slow, but I had to go in and, like, after the third, fourth set, tell them, like, look, I'm looking for hitters. I want hitters to swing at balls. You know, not tip balls here, you know, roll shot here. I want them to swing and be aggressive. So they came out the last set couple. Came out swinging.
Well, you made the choice of putting Mags on the outside. Is that somewhere where you see her maybe from here on out?
I mean, we were practicing it just to get more swings. Yeah, if we don't pass, we got to get more swings and, you know, just the outsides. We're not going to win just sitting outside high balls, so just for more swings.
Okay, last question. What was this whole evening like for you? I mean, now that you can kind of excel, what was this like?
Well, from last night, it was horrible. Can't sleep, you know, just the nervousness, can't eat. But it is what it is, you know, it has to happen. And, I don't know, I enjoyed it. After a couple points, I enjoyed it.
All right, thanks a lot, Robyn.
All right, thanks.
All right, guys, back over to you.
Thanks a lot, Scott. Very gracious of Robyn to come over and talk to us. Obviously, a night full of emotion, and it ends in bittersweet fashion for sure as Hawaii finds itself on the losing end in 5. Bank of Hawaii presents the players of the match. Ali Barber, she was a monster for the Golden Eagles. 22 kills, hitting 245, 2 blocks, 8 digs. And Emily Maglio for Hawaii, 14 kills, hitting 312, 7 blocks for the senior. I wanted to say middle hitter, but I'm not sure if that's going to be the label for her going forward. So obviously a difficult match for Hawaii from the end result, but they did find some things that worked, and we'll get to that here in a moment. Time now, though, for the Fujitsu air conditioning cool play of the match, and it will be that last play. So a cool play from the Marquette vantage point as McKenna Granado, the last gasp effort for Hawaii, shut down, perhaps fittingly, by Ali Barber, who had such a phenomenal match for the Golden Eagles. So overall, C-Mac, I turn to you, and obviously a night that was full of emotion, a lot of excitement. The new era has begun here in Manoa. Robyn Ah Mow-Santos as the new head coach, following in the footsteps of the legend himself, Dave Shoji, who was in the house. Alas, a 5-set defeat. So let's pick it apart a little bit. Good, bad, ugly of this opening night.
Well, I'd say the ugly part was the ball control passing. Hawaii wasn't able to run, you know, really fast attack a lot. Couldn't work the middles as much as I think they wanted to. The good, I would say, would be the way they just fought hard all night long. They'd get down 5 points, they'd come back. So they never said die at any point during the match. I also thought that another, let me see, good, bad, ugly.
You can take it wherever you want to go.
I don't think there was an ugly. I really like to play with Skylar Williams tonight.
Yeah.
You know, a dozen blocks for the freshman. She comes in with bright eyes, looking at 7,000 people, going, "Whoa, what's happening here?" She would block after block after block. That was fun watching that. Watching Granado come back after a slow start.
Sure.
Watching her come back after she really was struggling, hitting negative for a long time, and then eventually turning it around, and that was a positive as well.
And again, maybe finding something as far as what to do with Emily Maglio to give her more swings and provide a little bit more of that high ball safety valve that they also desperately need. Particularly on a night where ball control was a bit of an issue.
I would say I also give a lot of credit to Marquette and their serving. You know, they had some tough float servers, Julian especially in the last 2 sets, who made life difficult for Hawaii's passers. Hawaii really struggled to get a good ball up to the net to run an offense. It was almost always passed to the 15, 20-foot line, made life difficult for Hawaii's offense.
Well, the great thing about sports is you live to fight another day.
There
this
you
is
go.
merely game 1 of a long season here in 2017, although it won't get easier this weekend. San Diego, 22nd ranked team in the country tomorrow, and then, of course, the rival UCLA ranked 13th in the land on Sunday. So adjustments will be made. The intensity, the competition will once again pick up in the next 2 nights for this Rainbow Wahine squad. But, Chris, good to be back next to you here.
All right, good you too, man.
To get
Great being with you,
2017
buddy.
started. And we'll see you tomorrow night. Don't forget about the post-game show. Marquette wins in dramatic fashion 5 sets here on opening night of the Texaco Rainbow Wahine Invitational. For Chris McLaughlin, I'm Kanoa Leahy. Till tomorrow, everybody, we bid you aloha from the Stan Sheriff Center.